Pity for William. William stood up to strain an air ambulance pilot, led it to mental health. The Duke of Cambridge has opened up about the stresses and strains during his time as a search and rescue pilot as he launched a mental health support package for the emergency services on Thursday. The landmark mental health commitment from senior leaders forms part of Blue Light Together, which will see emergency services across the UK agree on a uniform set of standards for supporting the mental health of their emergency responder staff to be adopted and integrated into their workplaces. Speaking during the Royal Foundation's Emergency Services Mental Health Symposium in London, Prince William gave a personal account of the mental health issues he faced when flying helicopters for RAF search and rescue and later the East Anglian Air Ambulance. He described how he would return to Kate and their children, with the stresses and strains of the day weighing on my mind, and wanting to avoid burdening my family with what I had seen. The Duke of Cambridge said that he wanted to avoid burdening his family with his emotions and the traumatic things he'd seen on the job. He made the candid comments at the Royal Foundation's Emergency Services Mental Health Symposium yesterday. Wills added, "I also remember returning home with the stresses and strains of the day weighing on my mind, and wanting to avoid burdening my family with what I had seen." His comments came just days after the royals were locked in a row with the BBC after a documentary aired detailing claims there was a briefing war between Meghan and Harry and the rest of his family. The royal family has retaliated by banning the BBC from hosting their Christmas Carol concert supporting causes such as NHS Charities Together, which funds mental health support. William did not reference the BBC row in the event, instead focusing on raising awareness for mental health. He also spoke about how being a dad to 3 children made him really affected on jobs where children were involved. The royal said, "Any job I went to with children, that really affected me, much more than I think if I hadn't had children actually. So, for me, it was the relationship with my personal life with essentially the family or the incident I was at, I found that very difficult." Speaking to emergency care assistant Chloe Taylor, 24, and paramedic Will Parrish, 27, William added, "There were a number of times when I had to take myself away because I was just getting too involved in it and feeling it. And then I'd go to talk to someone else after the event, which was really important, but it continues, it doesn't really leave you there, you just manage it better." William also offered advice to his fellow paramedics about coping with mental health. Queen attends royal double christening at Windsor. Later the Duke met some of the emergency responders, including Dr. John Chatterjee, of London Air Ambulance. Dr. Chatterjee said afterwards, he said he misses the uniform and I think it's that rush you have in all of us in the job, a balancing act between being serious, exciting and rewarding, and that's the thing that people miss when they leave the service and retire. On stage during the 2-hour symposium, Dame Cressida hailed William's passion and sheer hard work on mental health support for frontline workers. She said, "We are deeply grateful for your work and, what, the Foundation has been doing in the last few years in relation to mental health. It has made a huge difference." The Commissioner said the Met Police had lost 70,000 working days last year due to mental health issues and 70% of all frontline workers have said their mental well-being has deteriorated since the pandemic. She added they are not superhuman but will help drive well-being. Mr. Javid said it was humbling to see extraordinary lengths they go to keep us safe. He added his brother, Bas Javid, is a Met Police officer and suffers bruises and cuts, but we don't talk about the mental ones.